Hey folks, I recently posted a article on my website on making a simple plasma cutting fixture for your CNC. The heart of that fixture is this bracket that I'm going to show you here. It's cut from a piece of 2-inch steel angle, 3 inches long, and that's what I'm cutting here. The actual length is not really that crucial, but it is important that it is square. If it's not square, it can definitely affect your indexing when you go to cut your parts when you use the fixture. Here I'm going to clean up the part a little bit with my flap sander. It does really quick work of it. When plasma cutting, the cleaner the part is, the better your cut's going to be. So you can clean it up before, you can clean it up afterwards, or both. It doesn't really matter. We need electrical continuity because we are plasma cutting, so that's one of the reasons I'm giving it a good cleaning. There'll be some small lips installed to support your stock, and I'm cutting the holes for mounting those lips here. This center cutout is actually so you can insert a clamp. It can be a C-clamp, a bar clamp, or just about any clamp that'll fit through the hole will work. Note that the part's going to be pretty hot after making these cuts, so you'll want to let it cool down a little bit before removing the part. Overall, the cut was pretty good, but it will need a little bit of cleanup. Probably hit it with the flap sander. Here I'm cutting out the lips that I'm going to use with this bracket out of a piece of 2-inch steel angle, 2 inches long. This will yield me 2 lips, which is the bare minimum you need for this particular project. Note that I didn't clean this part, so you can see it's a little more drossy. As usual, got a little bit of dross on the bottom, but that'll come off real quick with the flap sander. Here are the parts after a little bit of sanding with my flap sander. So let's assemble them. Each lip will be held on with two 1032 by 1/2 inch machine screws. The actual placement for the lips are not that crucial. Anywhere between a 1/32 and 1/16 stick out is fine. The holes are a little oversized for these 1032 screws, so you have plenty of room for adjustment. You don't need a lot to hold the brackets in place. Here I'm using some small spring clamps to attach the support bracket to the main fixture bracket. This pretty much completes this fixture, so let's give it a little test. the stock is placed between the two brackets, with the CNC being indexed against the left bracket. The right bracket is loosened a little and pressed up against the stock, and this helps hold it in place. Once set up, it's pretty easy to just keep making parts. So here I'm going to make number 2. And number 3. Here I've zoomed out a little bit so you can see a little bit more of my operation for the fixture. Because the fixture sits a lot higher, I have a little polycarbonate barrier, and it, along with the downdraft, keeps a huge amount of the plasma dust and small particles out of my shop. This is part number 4, and I need to make 8 of these total. So, but it makes really quick work of it. I hit the parts with a flap sander to clean them up a little bit, and they're ready to go. So that pretty much is it for this particular video, but be sure to check out the full article on the Kronos Robotics website.